In the bustling city of Eneida Bay, the fourth year of Laura Foley's mayoral term marks a pivotal chapter in the city's history. As the city continues to grow and evolve, Mayor Laura Foley's leadership is once again put to the test. This time, her journey is intertwined with the ambitions of powerful allies and the watchful eyes of the media. The year begins with a groundbreaking announcement. Foley's Pharmaceutical, the leading pharmaceutical company in Eneida Bay and the western seaboard of Namandria, pledges a substantial donation to construct a cutting-edge research facility. This facility promises to position Eneida Bay as a hub for medical innovation, attracting top scientists and researchers from around the globe. Mayor Foley, with her deep ties to the community and a vision for a healthier future, sees this as an opportunity to boost the city's economy and improve the well-being of its residents. But once again, Foley is met with the discontent amongst many citizens who argue that her singular focus on medicine has allowed other issues to blossom in Eneida Bay, such as homelessness for the residents as scientists flock to the city, leaving no open real estate, as well as a lack of early education opportunities for those born and raised within Eneida Bay. Meanwhile, the city gears up for its second mayoral election, and NMN Namandria's #1 news station takes center stage, providing comprehensive coverage for the electoral process. The station's in-depth reporting and live debates keep citizens informed and engaged, highlighting the political spirit of Eneida Bay. Mayor Foley's campaign focuses on her achievements and future plans, while three other challengers present their visions for the city's future. Finally, Lucas Fox, a prominent developer and billionaire in Eneida Bay, embarks on an ambitious project to expand the downtown area. His vision includes creating more residential and business spaces, transforming the skyline, and accommodating the city's growing population. This endeavor, though costly, promises to enhance the city's infrastructure and attract new businesses, further solidifying Eneida Bay's status as a thriving metropolis and pointedly demonstrating that Laura Foley's singular focus on medicine is hurting the community and the economy. As the year unfolds, Mayor Foley's leadership is both celebrated and scrutinized. Her ability to navigate the complexities of political alliances, media scrutiny, and urban development will determine the legacy of her fourth year in term. Will Eneida Bay continue to flourish under her guidance, or will new challenges arise? Heyo and welcome to Build and Beautify Season 2. In this Cities Skylines modded Let's Play, we'll build Eneida Bay, a vibrant city of our dreams featuring transit-oriented development, clean energy, and deep city detailing. In our last episode, we witnessed Laura Foley's third term as new farmlands from Cyclops Head were grown in West Syracuse, a new rapid bus transit system were revitalized and introduced into the Eneida Bay transit system, and the Center for Disease Control was constructed neighboring Foley's Pharmaceuticals. So if you happen to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above or check out the entire Build and Beautify Season 2 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, we will witness Laura Foley's fourth year in office as she expands her medical endeavors by donating money from the profits of Foley's Pharmaceuticals to fund a new research facility. We will also tune in to Kenneth Stark's mayoral debate hosted by NMN Namandria's #1 news station and featuring our new candidates Lucas Fox, George Marble, Laura Foley, and Oliver Green. Finally, we will witness the construction of Lucas Fox's newest development site in the downtown area. So are you enjoying building Eneida Bay? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what features you would build in your dream city. If you can't wait to see the new season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. Also, don't miss out on our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I'm wicked excited to witness Mayor Foley's fourth year in term. So kick back, grab your beverage of choice, and please enjoy. In the heart of Eneida Bay, the inception of a research facility at Foley School of Medical Advancement is a tale of ambition, philanthropy, and controversy. The Foley family, leveraging the substantial profits from their successful enterprise, Foley's Pharmaceuticals, generously donated a significant sum to fund the construction of this state-of-the-art facility. This gesture was met with widespread elation from the medical community, who hailed it as a beacon of innovation and a catalyst for groundbreaking research. Many citizens expressed humble respect for the Foley's commitment to advancing medical science. However, the donation also sparked outrage among some residents who argued that such funds should have been directed towards a more accessible educational institution, reflecting a divide in the public opinion over the best path to community enrichment. So let's talk about our plan a bit here in regards to building our research facility and the accompanying dormers you saw in our preview. First, we're going to snuggle our research facility right in along the medical university, giving enough space to construct some parks and a greenery between the university and the research facility. Second, we will provide some student housing with our low-income residential building, once again ensuring that we leave some space for decorations and unique features between the assets. So let's come on in and let's start with the research facility and decorate the space between that building and the medical university. Okay, deviated from my original plan because, well, that's what I do. Anyway, now let's work on getting some student housing in. And as I mentioned, I want to put some low income housing in this area. And honestly, this is for two reasons. One, low income suits the idea of student housing, in my opinion, since university education is rather expensive. Two, honestly, I fell in love with a specific asset, low income asset back in Pine Harbor County. Naturally, this meant I spammed that asset all over the place in Pine Harbor County, and now with mods, well, nothing can stop me. So let's come on in and let's start by situating our low income assets in. After that, I want to try my best to decorate the areas in between the buildings with quasi courtyards or green spaces, somewhere I can imagine students stretching out on the lawns to get a little bit of sunlight after their classes in the university or clinical at the research center. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NMN Namandria's #1 news station, where we are thrilled to bring you the highly anticipated second mayoral campaign live. I'm Kenna Stark, your host for this evening, and we have an exciting lineup as we hear from our four mayor candidates: the experienced Laura Foley, the dynamic Lucas Fox, the steadfast George Marble, and the fresh perspective of newcomer Oliver Green. Tonight, these candidates will present their visions for the future of our beloved city, tackling the pressing issues that matter most to you, our viewers. Stay tuned as we dive into a lively discussion that promises to be both informative and engaging. Lucas Fox pledges to transform Eneida Bay into a beacon of opportunity and prosperity. With a strategic partnership alongside John Miller in the EBTA, Fox promises to ignite small business development, ensuring robust growth and success for local entrepreneurs. His ambitious platform also tackles the pressing issue of unemployment and homelessness, vowing to implement innovative solutions that provide sustainable jobs and secure housing for all residents. Fox's vision for a thriving Eneida Bay captures the imagination of a city eager for change. In a bold move during the heated campaign race, George Marble challenges his opponent Lucas Fox to demonstrate transparency and accountability by publicly revealing his tax returns. Marble raises questions about Fox's indescribable rise to wealth, suggesting that the citizens of Eneida Bay deserve clarity on the financial dealings of those seeking public office. By calling for this disclosure, Marble emphasizes the importance of integrity and openness in leadership, positioning himself as a champion for honest governance and the people's right to know the truth behind their candidates' financial background. During the second mayoral campaign, George Marble passionately pledges to transform Eneida Bay into a thriving tourist destination by constructing stunning buildings that capture this town's picturesque history. The envision of a future where these architectural marvels not only attracts visitors from far and wide, but also infuses the local economy with external revenue. By putting Eneida Bay on the map, Marble aims to bolster economic stability, foster the growth of small businesses, and create a vibrant community that thrives on the influx of tourism. His vision promises a harmonious blend of heritage and progress, ensuring a prosperous future for all residents. However, in a deft political maneuver, Lucas Fox skillfully sidesteps George Marble's challenge by turning the spotlight on Marble's own economic promises. Fox argues that Marble's vision of economic growth through tourism is a thinly veiled attempt to create an unfair advantage for George Marble himself, potentially leading to a monopoly over Eneida Bay's tourism industry. By highlighting the risks of concentrating power and influence in the hands of a single entity, Fox positions himself as the defender of fair competition and diverse economic opportunities, appealing to voters wary of unchecked monopolistic ambitions. While Mr. Marble and Mr. Fox engaged in their verbal battle, a visionary leader committed to sustainability, Oliver Green promises transformative, clean initiatives that will elevate Eneida Bay's status in Namandria. If elected, Oliver plans to construct a state-of-the-art hydro dam, positioning Eneida Bay as a major energy supplier in the region. His commitment to environmental stewardship extends to developing new clean water sources, significantly reducing the city's reliance on water imports. Furthermore, Oliver aims to balance industrial growth by fostering broader education and promoting clean business development, ensuring a prosperous and sustainable future for all residents. Despite his innovative vision for Eneida Bay, Oliver Green faces significant challenges in his campaign, primarily due to his lack of widespread popularity. While his commitment to sustainability and clean initiatives garners admiration for environmental advocates, many residents remain skeptical of his ambitious plans, fearing potential disruption and budgetary strains. Oliver's relatively low profile in the political arena and his focus on long-term goals over immediate concerns have made it difficult for him to connect with a broader audience. During her first term, Laura Foley faced significant criticisms from the citizens of Eneida Bay for her perceived shortcomings. Residents voiced concerns over her refusal to expand the early education system, a critical need for the community's future. Additionally, her lack of acknowledgement regarding the rising unemployment rate and homelessness left many feeling neglected. Furthermore, her entanglement of personal business interests with Foley's pharmaceuticals and city affairs, particularly in infrastructure and development, raised questions about transparency and priorities. These issues have become focal points for her constituents who demand accountability and change. Laura Foley's promises have been met with skepticism, as both George Marble and Lucas Fox argue that her commitments are too little, too late. They point out that during her campaign, she had ample opportunity to address the pressing issues of early education, unemployment, and homelessness, yet these problems persist. Her recent pledges are seen as weak and reactionary, lacking the proactive visionary and decisive action that Mr. Marble and Mr. Fox believe were needed from the start. This perceived inaction during her campaign has led to doubts about her ability to deliver meaningful change, leaving citizens questioning the sincerity and effectiveness. That wraps up our news for this evening. I'm Kenna Stark, and as we continue our coverage of the thrilling campaign here at NMN, Namandria's #1 news station, I want to remind you that your voice matters. Head over to the Community tab on YouTube right now to cast your vote for the second mayor of Eneida Bay. This is your chance to weigh in on the future leadership of our vibrant city. Whether you're supporting Laura Foley, Lucas Fox, George Marble, or newcomer Oliver Green, every vote counts in shaping the direction of our community. Join the conversation, make your choice, and let's build a brighter future together. I'm Kenna Stark, signing off from NMN, Namandria's #1 news station. Lucas Fox embarks on his latest ambitious development project in the heart of Eneida Bay's downtown, targeting 2 prime areas poised for transformation. The first site is set to become a beacon of inclusivity, with plans for affordable housing that promises to provide accessible living options and elevate the city's community spirit. Meanwhile, the second site champions economic diversity, prioritizing small business spaces with affordable apartments above, designed to foster a vibrant community where entrepreneurs and residents can thrive together. This dual approach underscores Fox's commitment to ensuring that Eneida Bay's growth benefits all its citizens, balancing development with accessibility. All right, let's talk about our plans a little bit. And yes, I know we've been talking a lot today, but honestly, who isn't excited about the second mayor campaign currently unfolding? Anywho, I do not want to go overly nuts on this development site, as if elected, Lucas Fox plans on expanding the small business sectors of Eneida Bay, as well as increase his own revenue through investment properties and apartment complexes. So my plan is to fill this area in here along the highway with some low-income/affordable housing complexes. Again, I do not want to go overly nuts, as I do not want a massive population boom right now, and would rather save the population increase for if Lucas Fox wins. Our second spot is actually going to be right along here, where Laura Foley built the medical campus. I would like to place some mixed-use housing here, so we have some residential flats on the upper floors and small businesses on the lower floors, as this is 1, located in the heart of downtown, 2, the apartment flats would be perfect housing for students at the medical college, and 3, the game has demands for both commercial and residential. So let's start our apartment complex along the highway, and I will upgrade the highway roads to have sound barriers to help with the noise pollution of the highway, and then I will pull in a singular driveway and construct maybe, I don't know, 2 to 3 low-income housing assets along this road, possibly more because I have a tendency to get carried away. But I'll leave the end of the drive as a cul-de-sac, so we can expand on this road later if we wish to, or turn this driveway into a court and expand the apartment complex itself. Okay, definitely built more than I was expecting, which I suppose I should have expected that I would do that. But what do you think? Cute? Quaint? Gross? Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on that budding apartment complex. Meanwhile, let's move on to our mixed-use housing, and I did already come in and place in some driveways and roads here, as getting these in were a slight headache and a bit of a fight due to how the central intersection was constructed. So we have a small amount of space, which is perfect as I do not want these assets to be large, and I want to take advantage of some of our lower rise mixed-use zoning that came with the Northeast Content Creator Pack. Alrighty, everyone, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you're excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't forget to check out our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.